Hi, I'm Natalie with Tylaska Marine and Aerospace. I'm here at our facility in Mystic, Connecticut, and today I'm going to be walking you through all the quirks, features, and different variations of our trigger snap shackles. So let's head upstairs and check it out. Alright, so as you can see, this is our full family lineup of Tylaska trigger snap shackles, everything from itty bitty T5s up to big chunker T50s. They obviously have a very wide load range of ratings. The T5 has a working load of 2,500 pounds, is for 20 to 30 foot sailboats. The T40s and T50s, these are for 100 foot plus big sailing yachts, although honestly most of the time these are actually being used for 40, 50 foot tenders being towed behind even larger mega yachts. They're really good for that, super popular. We also have down this end, this is one of our newer products. This is the Light Air Snap Shackle. It's the exact same design, shape, and functionality as all of our other trigger snap shackles. It's the size of a T12. The big difference, however, is that it's made out of polycarbonate. And the benefit to that, and as one would expect with that name, is that it's super, super lightweight. It's also non-marking and non-ferrous, which is good for around carbon fiber. So use case wise, this would be good for smaller sailboats for like spinnaker sheets, but you could also use it for fenders, organizing your sail locker, boom tents, dog leashes, anywhere where you need a light, quick releasable hook that's also non-marking. We also have 3 different bail types for all of our shackles. We have what's called the standard bail, which is just kind of a U shape. This is perfect for a single line for a halyard for your jib, main, spinnaker, whatever. Then we also have what's called the large bail. And this is kind of horseshoe shaped, and it has a larger opening so that you can have multiple lines attached to it. This would be perfect for if you wanted to have both of your jib sheets attached to this for a quick release on your jib. Third option is what's called a clevis bail. And as you can see, there's a clevis pin right here. And this would be good if you have a halyard that already has a loop spliced into it and you don't want to have to deal with undoing the splice, redoing the splice, all that kind of stuff. You can buy one of these and you just put the clevis pin through the hole in the line and you're off to the races. We also have these offered, at least in the lower half, a couple of different colors. And the first one is this really cool bronze finish, and it's super pretty and it fits the aesthetic way better for the antique and classic sailing crowd, especially when you pair it with this antique looking halyard line. We also offer, again, the lower half of our shackle line in this flat tactical black, which is super cool and racy. The finish is super durable and it's just a different look. We also have multiple ways of releasing these shackles. The most obvious one is you just stick your finger in the trigger hole and you pop it open. However, sometimes if it's under a lot of load and you don't want to get your fingers anywhere near it, which is perfectly reasonable, you can use what's called a hand fid, and this is effectively just a billet aluminum pokey stick that replaces your finger. And so what you do is you take it, stick it in the trigger hole, and just pop it. Next step up is what we have for remote releases, because if you're like me, I grew up on the pointy end of racing boats, and sometimes you just don't want to go up there because it's too snotty and nautical. So the first option is what's called a cone fid, and as you can see, it's these little blue things right here. And so this is a single cone, but we also offer a double cone, just slightly different pull action. We also offer them in stainless steel for more industrial cases. We see these used a lot on like offshore net fishing boats and that kind of thing. And so the idea is that you have these cones on a lanyard, and you can have this as long as you want. And if you need to pop the shackle, you just pull and it pops it right open. The other option that I'm a huge fan of, and apart from the fact that it's purple, is what's called a plug fid. And so this goes in your trigger hole, and if you want to pop your shackle, you just pop it out and it pops open, or reset. See how it has holes in both sides, right there and there? Is if you put the lanyard on this side, you can just pull it back like a trigger and it pops the shackle open. These would be really great for, say, the tack line on your spinnaker if you're running an ASIM, and particularly if you have a long sprit on the bow of your boat and you don't want to get out there. So that's super cool. Big fan of that. The last means of remote release we have is called a Martin breaker. And it's kind of niche, but it is popular in some markets. It's effectively a line that runs up through the core of the shackle to the trigger, and that again allows you to remotely release the shackle. We've seen some pretty interesting use cases for these. We had a company that used it for releasing deep sea submersibles from their lifting fixtures, which is a pretty neat use case. Last thing I want to talk about is a little bit of the design. Unlike a lot of other shackle producers, and particularly plunger pin style shackles, these are designed to not get snagged on stuff. We have everything rounded and nice and optimized so that you're not going to get snagged on shrouds, on other lines, or anything else on your boat. So that's a really nice quality of life feature that you just don't have to worry about, and it's also designed to never release accidentally, which can happen with other shackles. So in summary, this is our full shackle lineup with all of its various accoutrements. If you'd like to learn more about these or any of our other products, please feel free to go to our website, call us, email us. We'd be happy to give you whatever information you'd like. And until next time, I'm Natalie with Tylaska Marine and Aerospace, and I'll see you guys out on the water.